Yeah, so I've known Saffron for a number of years. I do exhibitions as well, so she exhibited with me for World Mental Health Day, recovery exhibitions, so she submitted her art. And I think last year her and Eve worked on a project for Recovery Month, and they did poetry and illustration. So I knew her probably from about 4 years ago as a poet. And then they joined forces and became Children of the Revolution. We had them come in and do workshops at the university for the British Art Show, and they worked really well with our clients. So I work at the Good Shepherd, so we brought some people up. They did a PowerPoint presentation and made people write letters to their younger selves and then created artwork afterwards. So it was a really clever and imaginative way of working with the group, and everybody loved the workshop. The Good Shepherd is a homeless charity based in Wolverhampton. So we've just celebrated our 50th anniversary. So we started Christmas Eve 1972. So that's where I work, and that's where we had the workshops for the Good Shepherd. Yeah, so we run a dedicated art group at the Good Shepherd. So the idea is that we create a community, and art plays a role in therapy as well. So people may not be able to talk about their problems or want to bring up their issues, but they sit around creating art and chatting. And I think we've done 4 exhibitions together with the Good Shepherd, and people seeing their artwork or their stories in a gallery or exhibited, it's an incredible confidence booster, and it gives people a sense of their own value. So instead of them feeling diminished and on the margins of society, we're bringing them in and helping them. They've got their voice, but we're providing the stage for them. That's what we're doing. I think this is the sort of event that social workers need to come to and counsellors need to come to, because you're hearing directly from the people whose lives have been impacted by the care system. It's the only way that you can improve services, is to speak to those who've been affected by them, who've lived that life. I think here you've got so many powerful stories, and people have been so brave in sharing them and so transparent and vulnerable in that it needs the correct audience. And I think Saffron and Eve have been bringing people in and showing them so that the right people are seeing the right work. And I think art can implement change. I think stories are incredibly powerful. They're the real deal. So hopefully art and social action is the way forward. And I think Saffron and Eve have got the passion and drive to take this forward as well. So when I first came to the exhibition and saw that, I found it incredibly powerful and moving. It was just the idea of people not being there and reading the statement to say that 16,000 children go missing each year, and then that's the homeless person that appears in the doorway, or that's the young offender, and I think stats prove that. So the photography is a really powerful way of just showing that missing, abandoned, neglect, and the photography captures that perfectly. So it hits home that people aren't caring for these children. People aren't going out to look for them. They are, in fact, missing. And it's a disgrace on our part as a community that we're not doing more for those people. And I think the abandonment and sense of neglect that's captured in the photographs, just that idea of being missing or vacant or not being seen, not being heard, is a powerful, powerful medium. I've been blown away by this exhibition. I remember talking to Saffron and Eve about it when it was just an idea. So to see it in all its glory and its diversity, there's just some incredibly powerful pieces here that really are impactful. Just taking the time to read people's stories or find out information about the care system. I think there's really emotive work here, and it's just such, it's so diverse, just the mediums of art and the different stories. I think people who've exhibited should be very proud of themselves, very proud of themselves.